featuring Chillmonger.
Your mic go out. What's up, everybody? Being here this morning. Appreciate it as always. It is Wednesday on another week of the Morning Report. I am Planet Fanatics, that is Chillmonger, and we are coming to you guys with one of the best shows in the morning, and that is, again, the Morning Report. So if you've been tuned in for the past month, almost now 2 months, has it been 2 months? It's already been 2 months. No?
It's been, we're on week 4 or week 5.
All right, almost now 2 months. Then you know that this is the show you don't want to miss. It's filled with laughter, filled with great conversation, filled with debates, filled with great community and all those good things. So if you are new here or you've been told to come here, you're in the right place. So we appreciate you being here. We appreciate all you guys being here as well. The usuals, Lawrence, Bucks, Thoughts. Who else am I missing? Dwayne, I see you in there. Cleves 17, thanks you guys for being here. All the guys that are coming in, ones watching, not commenting, appreciate you as well.
We appreciate the ones who don't comment too. Yeah, okay, fine. We appreciate you guys too.
Yes, we appreciate you all.
They're just so shy. Maybe we need to put up polls. You know, when you put a poll up, it's anonymous, so they're like, I don't want anyone to know I'm here. I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah. Any eventful evening? No.
No, I hear that there was a SmackDown over at the studio over in England. Something went down over there. All the heroes from Avengers met with each other, and then they were like, you know what? The movie has us fighting. Actors are gonna fight too. Yeah, I hear that. That was the big news of the day. Can we start there, or do we have to wait till the second hour?
I don't think we start there. I think we start with something smaller. We build there. I will start with this though, and I know that this is not. Again, I always say this. I always say this every time we talk about. Well, every time I bring up things like this, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. Political things. Only bringing this up is because I have people that I personally know in my life that comment or will say things to me on Instagram, because on Instagram I'm very vocal on my political views on my story and things like that. So I've had people swipe up on some things, and I don't know if everybody's paying attention to the world outside their window in the United States currently, but what is, everything that he's been doing, everything this administration's been doing. And then, of course, you look at, I had somebody message me last night about him saying some things about the Bible. Trump said some things about the Bible, saying that he believes that if he brokers a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine, that's his automatic ticket into heaven. And I simply posted, well, we're reading two different, I think us and the maggots are reading different Bibles. So I had a maggot swipe up on my story and ask me, and for me, we're kind of beyond the point of why don't you like Trump? How is he this way, or why is he that way? I say we're beyond that point because it's become a morals thing. It's come down to, I don't really care what your political view is. I don't care who you voted for. I'm looking at your ethics and your morals. And as I'm typing this to this person, a new report comes in that says he is trying to, the Smithsonian Museum is out of control because of how bad they make the United States look about how, on their views on slavery, on how they talk about slavery. It makes the United States look so bad. He went on Twitter last night, made this huge paragraph ranting about it and all these kind of things. So my thing is, when you're looking at the thing that this man is doing, you're looking at the thing that this administration is doing, you're looking out the world outside your window, and they are trying to erase and do away with anything that doesn't identify with being white, identify with what they want you to be like in their perfect society that they consider to be a perfect society. That's why I said, when they militarized or when he sent the National Guard into DC, pay attention to words he's using. He used these words when he called out the exonerated Central Park Five, these gangs, these thugs, these bliss, and this and that. And what have you seen since the National Guard's been in Washington? It's been nothing but black and brown people that they have been going into these slums, they're calling them, and doing away with arresting people on no merits and anything like that at all. So because I know this person watches, so that's why I'm saying this. So don't swipe up and ask me, or any of you, that are personally know me and don't even ask me why I feel this way towards Trump or what it is that he's doing that's so different from any other administration. If you are so willfully ignorant that you are looking outside your window and you're thinking that this administration is akin to any other administration we've ever had, then you are the moral and ethics that I'm talking about. You need to check your moral and ethics. It's not about who you voted for. It's not about your political stance. It's your moral and ethics, and they're fucked. So you should get that fixed. I wanted to put that off my chest because like I said, I know that person watches.
Yeah. And them tariffs and everything. That's why Superman's not making as much money as it should internationally. Domestically, it did fine. Made more than Man of Steel domestically, which would mean that more people bought movie tickets, which probably means more people are buying merch. Just saying. The domestic numbers kind of allude to more. I'm not okaying how little the movie made, but domestic numbers do allude to more other streams of revenue than just what the international box office does. But yeah, thanks, Trump. We jump over to the Wizarding World. Now, this franchise is the one. Harry Potter HBO series reveals Weasley Children, Gracie Cochrane as Ginny, new twins for Fred and George. We got the old crew, we got the new crew. Man, these guys on the right side, this is definitive. These are the characters. It's going to be kind of there'll be a learning process. There'll be a process to start accepting these guys all. I think that's Percy over there on the left. I don't know what to say.
They look
They're
like
redhead.
them.
Yeah, they look like them. That's the cast and crew. Good job. Way to go, guys. Hope you have a great career. You got this gig for 7 seasons. Fred and George, I think you guys got expelled on the 5th season. Spoilers. They look related. Maybe they are.
Yeah, they all look alike. They all look alike. I think it fits so far everything we've seen from this series. But I saw somebody post on Twitter, which I found myself agreeing with, but also at the same time, I still want to see the show. They reshared the picture we showed of Hagrid and Harry, the young new, and they said, bro, what is the point of this show? And they shared that because it's literally kind of a 1-for-1 where, I mean, we're looking at, what we've already seen in the movies. So I'm excited to still see the show just because I know they're going to touch on things that they didn't get to touch on in the films. But people are feeling the way that they feel like, okay, what are we doing? It's like literally we've done this. We've seen this. We're just redoing it. Kind of the way some people felt with How to Train Your Dragon. Because they were like, well, isn't it just the animation, just live action?
Same with Lion King, which is why I didn't watch it.
But Lion King's different. They change shit.
They'll change things here.
How to Train Your Dragon, though, is a 1-for-1. There's like maybe 2 scenes that in the animated that's not in the live action.
I'm pretty sure this TV show will have scenes that weren't in the movies that we saw there.
They're doing that. That's the point. That's why they're doing it.
So that answers that question. What's the point of it? It says, meet the new Weasley Children. With shooting on HBO's Harry Potter series now in full swing, the casting for 4 Ron Weasley siblings, Fred, George, Percy, and Ginny, has been revealed. Twins Tristan and Gabriel Harland will star as Fred and George Weasley. Rory Spooner is Percy, and Gracie Cochrane is Ginny. The news was announced alongside a photo of the on-screen siblings, including Alistair Stout as Ron, huddled together for a selfie. Charlie's in Romania at the moment, but will be joining us soon enough, the caption on HBO's Instagram post reads, referring to the family's second eldest son, who moved to Romania after graduating from Hogwarts to study dragons, who will play Bill, the first Weasley child, a role originated by Domhnall Gleeson in the films, also remains to be seen. Oh, here's a close-up of them. Some freckles over on these twins. They're Weasleys. What you gonna do? HBO recently unveiled the first look of young newcomer Dominic McLaughlin as Harry Potter, and later showed a bearded Nick Frost as Rubus Hagrid. Wait, Rubus is his first name, Rubius Hagrid. Yeah, you forget so much. I just thought his name was Hagrid. Alongside McLaughlin as Harry and Stout as Ron, Arabella Stanton stars as Hermione Granger. The young trio were selected for more than 30,000 actors who auditioned. Crazy. The main cast also includes John Lithgow as Albus Dumbledore. We don't need to know that. I mean, we already do. Filming of season 1 is expected to last until spring of 2026. Season 2 starting production a few months later. Okay, they're going to work them like dogs. If you're going to film all the way until spring of 2026, which would mean what, 5 more months? That's a lot of filming, man.
Yeah, they're going to get work like dogs.
They're going to get work like dogs. I was thinking that, but then I also have to think about how they're kids and they're going to get their takes wrong and they're going to make mistakes, and we need to have patience with them. Plus, as they get older during the season, as it goes in the beginning of the school year to the end, why not have them look like they're getting older? Some of their hair gets longer. They would be getting worked by dogs. They would be getting worked like dogs if they didn't last until spring. Actually, this is a sign that they're gonna allow for mistakes, right? I think I was wrong with my original assessment. They'll be working like dogs. You mean you got the kids have so much patience and tolerance that it'll take until spring of 2026? That sounds good. And then like 3 months off, and they'll be a few months off, and they'll be shooting again. Actually, that doesn't sound bad.
Well, Zaslav said it's for the next 10 years. And he said that they basically own these kids' lives. So they are definitely, I'm sure, going to be doing all their schooling and everything on set. I'm sure after they're done filming one season, they're going to go right into the next season. So, yeah, I mean, they know what they signed up for, but they're going to be richer for it.
Yeah, it's going to be rough for the first season and second season. Then when they become experienced actors, you would hope that they could get it together. Like those teenage seasons, they'll be fine. The series will debut in 2027 on HBO. That's so far away from now. And HBO Max. Damn,
it is
2027.
It is. I don't know if we say that, but we're going to blink and it's going to be 2027. It's about to be 2026. We are like, what, 5 months away from 2026? Just insane.
Yeah.
But it still is far. I mean, we still have to get all the way through 2026, but yeah, 2027.
I'm just thinking of the movies that we're going to see until then. Spider-Man, one Avengers movie, and I think we'll get Supergirl and Clayface.
Well, if you're only counting the superhero films, yes, I believe so.
We'll get a Star Wars movie. We'll get 2 Game of Thrones spin-off series because House of the Dragon will be before 2027. Okay.
It's Shrek in 26. Shrek is still in 2026. The Odyssey, I believe, is 2026. So we have the Odyssey. We've got Shrek. We've got. There's more. 2026 is a packed month or packed year for it's like this one.
I think we're getting an Avatar movie in 26, but that keeps getting delayed. Not Blue Avatar, Nickelodeon.
I thought that's who you were talking about. I believe so. Yeah, so 2026 will be another packed year for movies.
I hope they don't cram everything in 1 month like they did now with July. It would have been real cool to be like talking about the Fantastic Four right about now because we're done our Superman hype.
Let's see. Actually, we can.
What are we forgetting?
Right here.
Children of Blood and Bone is beginning of 27.
I'm sending you a deal with a picture of all the movies coming out in 2026.
Ice Age. What's Disney remaking? What cartoon of theirs are they making live action? Moana, because I saw The Rock dressed up.
Check the DM.
I don't see it. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's a packed year. Movies I'll definitely be seeing outside of Marvel in them. Is it not coming up?
It is, but it's showing the rest of my messages, so I have to make sure it doesn't show the rest of my messages.
Save the picture.
Yeah, I'll open it on another tab.
What's up, network? Understanding. Ricardo. Who else is in here? Torian. Appreciate you guys.
The GOAT movie, that was the one with Steph Curry. Did you add this? Did you make this list?
I don't want to see that movie. I told you when we watched that trailer, that did not look good to me. You were the one that was like, "Oh, that looks fun."
Yeah, it did look good.
I didn't think so. No, I didn't make this.
Scream 7 should happen, but I don't think that they're going to bring back the cast because they said Free Palestine. Then Hoppers from Disney Pixar. It says Pixar. That's all we really need, right? What is that about? Grasshopper?
I was going to say, what is this? Is this Hoppers as in Hopper? Because that'd be dope.
Wait, why did you say that? Who's Hopper? Who?
Hopper from the villain from Bugs
Life. The Exorcist, the Project Hail Mary, the Super Mario 2. That's gonna be something I'll actually talk about. Lee Cronin's The Mummy, that's coming back. Doomsday, we're all gonna be excited for it, which is actually in December. This is needs updating. Mandalorian and Grogu, that's crazy. The plan was to have Avengers and Mandalorian 3 weeks apart. Then we have Mega Minions. People are gonna like that who are younger, not me though. Are you gonna be excited for Mega Minions?
I have not. No, I haven't seen a Minions film in theaters, but will I watch it? Like, look, it's on streaming. Sure, let's watch that.
Okay, here's some Toy Story 5, Spider-Man Brand New Day.
I will be there.
And then Paw Patrol, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. That's not. It is what it is. Masters of the Universe. I'll have to see the trailer before I get excited. Mm-hmm. Terrifier 4.
Jared Leto Skeletor. Remember that. He might do a good job though.
And then there's the Hunger Games. I missed the last Hunger Games. The most recent
one. I didn't see it either.
With Rachel Zegler. And I've seen the other Hunger Games.
It's the flashback Hunger Games. The last one, I guess. It's Snow's story.
Chronicles of Narnia. Jumanji. It's like, it's a movie, sure, but not my type.
I'll be there for I didn't see either of the first two Jumanjis in theaters. They are good. I like them. I didn't see them in theaters. Narnia, I have to see that trailer. I already don't like the things I've heard. I don't like that Aslan's a female. I don't like that you're changing other aspects of Narnia as well. I understand that this is the prequel to, who told us? I think it was NYC, told us that the last time. It's the prequel to
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yes. So, I don't know. I'm interested to the fact that, because I don't know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Aslan's not a woman, so I need to see that.
I'd say everything makes me interested. Like it's like, yeah, it deserves to be on this list, but I'm not going to see all of these. Paw Patrol. We have Ice Age 6. Yeah, I'll probably tune into that if it's on. Shrek 5. I know I'm going to watch that, but maybe not in cinemas. Maybe. Last Friday. That's the Ice Cube movie Friday, right?
We haven't seen or heard any. Has he given a... When's the last time he's talked about that, though? Is that even still happening? Yeah. I don't know. That's the one that's supposed to be with Chris Tucker and with Day Day and
Chris Tucker's back.
I think it's with Smokey and Day Day. I think they're both supposed to be in it.
I don't want it unless they're both back. Yeah.
You had to get Cat back too.
What's the next ones on these? Scary Movie 6 and Fast and Furious 10 Part 2. And the title will be something stupid like that, but it's the most I'm interested in a movie. This whole list, there's nothing here on this list. Even Avengers, there's nothing more I'm interested in than Fast and Furious and seeing how they ended something that I've been with them since 2001. Since
The
they
last
would do
Fast I
these
watched
movies,
was
you'd
7.
see the news reporter going, after the movie Fast and Furious, there's been an increase of street racing on these are the Toronto streets that you need to keep clear from after 11. And the culture that this thing made, bro. I don't care, Ricardo. I want to see the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Brian's coming back. It's been a long day. They used that song in the last movie, like underneath. They tease it, like it plays in a piano, and you go, "Oh yeah, that's right." And then you're gonna see Brian at the end when all things are lost and hope is gone. You just see that blue car, and they go, "Brian, yeah." It says something about family. I wasn't gonna turn my back on family. They all hug. Come on now. What else are they gonna drive? You want to see Charlize Theron playing Clea? Nah. I want to see her playing not Ramsey, Cypher. I want to see her play Cypher. The blue card. No. The blue car. The blue car. Good morning from Vegas. His name is Shytown. He said good morning from Vegas.
Good morning from
Morning.
Vegas.
How
Is
you doing?
it true? Is the strip truly dead? Let me know.
Last time you were there was for an AAU circuit.
No.
Oh?
No. I visit Vegas frequently. It's a fun city. So last time I was there was not this past December, but the one before.
Trump said after he ends the war, he can go to Sin City and sin, and he's fine. Any objections?
No comment on him.
You gotta put respect on that model. How's the food? Anonymous says Charlize Theron played the villain roles very well. She gives me the chills. She did do a good job with the villain role there. And when she was fighting Letty, I was rooting for Letty like crazy.
I haven't seen a Fast since Fast 7.
Come on, man. Fast 7. You didn't see 8 when Roman gets declared like the number 11 top criminal, and he's like, only 11? What? And then at the end of the movie, he does something wild, and he goes, number 11, my ass. And you're like, yeah, you should be a more criminal than number 11.
I have not seen them. I haven't. I don't know. Maybe I should watch them. Maybe. I think I tried to watch. What's the one where Dom turns on everybody?
8.
Okay, so I couldn't get into it. That's okay. No, I tried. I tried. I didn't. But I do like the Fast ones. I do like them. I mean, I watched all the way up till 7. So I do like them.
But the point is, there are some movies we hear you see 5 times 5. That's 25 movies basically that you're showing me. And if we just spread that out, that would mean that every second week there's something interesting to watch in 2026. Cool. It's good to know that, after that actor strike, writer strike, and all that BS, we'll have some things. And then there's things that we'll watch on streaming. I'm sure Ahsoka's is going to be a very, it's going to have we're going to do 30-minute segments on every episode of Ahsoka. I would assume so, right? Like, that's going to be a show that I actually care about. Hopefully Lanterns is something like that. Peacemaker doesn't look like it's going to be something like that because Peacemaker, for the first 5 episodes, is said to be not including the rest of the DCU. He had an interview, James Gunn did, about Peacemaker, and I played part of it the other day. But if you look at the second half of that interview he does with the Hollywood Reporter, you see him talking about here.
Sad if I couldn't keep working with them.
Very quickly, can you tell us the status of the Waller series right now?
We're working on it, but some things have moved really fastly and some things not so fast, and that's been a thing that hasn't moved so fast. But I can't wait to see Viola get her Waller outfits on with her shitty floral dresses and do something special.
Great.
No update.
No update, but he said that she's still Waller.
Oh, that was a question?
Yeah, because she was fucking talking about more than once. Hey, Marvel, I would really like to be over there. She said that like twice. And I was
Yes,
like,
so
okay,
she could
so did
probably
your shit fall through with Waller?
she might have something to say over in the Batman movie. She might have a scene here in Peacemaker because I think the daughter of Amanda Waller is part of Peacemaker season 1. So sure. All right, she's still our Waller. Good to know. Great, as you said, great to know. But is that show happening? Nah.
I don't think the show's happening. I think she's still Waller, though. She'll
Yeah.
show up, as like you said, she'll show up in something, but there's not going to be, I don't think there's going to be a Waller show. I think that's one of those things that James knows is not going to happen, and he just hasn't said it yet.
Doesn't mean there's not going to be a Suicide Squad movie that he'll use with her. It doesn't
With
mean
her.
that. Mhm.
Yeah. I'm sure she'll probably get big use and cameos and things like that. Or as a main character, not in her own show, though.
Ricardo says we don't need a Waller show. Just let her pop up around like Nick Fury.
I mean, I agree. I don't necessarily think you need a Waller show. Maybe at the time when you announced that 2 years ago, it was like, oh, okay, you can see a Waller show. But again, with where we currently are with the superhero genre and just necessity of things, I think even in the DC universe, it's just like, don't need it.
Since there's so many other smaller shows that are gonna help establish what we would hope a Amanda Waller show would establish, I'm cool on my Amanda Waller TV show too. Would be the best case scenario that it happens, but we're getting Clayface. I remind you, we're getting the Authority and some of these other things.
Yeah. True. But you're getting other things. I mean, since we're on James, he also talked about how the DCU is less like the MCU and more like Game of Thrones and Star Wars. We're building a universe, then picking out little pieces of it. I don't necessarily know what he means by that. Says DC studio boss James Gunn has explained the key difference between his DCU and the MCU. You talk about George R.R. Martin, and he is really one of those guys who I love and look up to. I am an enormous fan of his, and people say, "Oh, the DCU is doing what the MCU is," but I think it is real. I think it really is a lot more to me what the Game of Thrones world is, or what Star Wars is like. That's what Gunn told Ryan Wilson at Interview Magazine. He also added, because we're building a universe and then piecing out little pieces of it and telling individual stories from that universe. So they're not building, I guess, to a event. So maybe no event there.
Too bad, because that is what I like, the building up to the event. That's the point of why everything is attached to each other.
Yeah.
You can't tell me there won't be a Justice League big crossover, like everything ties in movie. You can't tell me that. There will be.
I would assume so. But he says, you're doing what DC is doing, but it's really more like Game of Thrones world. I'm trying to understand that. More like the Game of Thrones world. It's more like the Game of Thrones world, more like Star Wars. So
Yeah, they're all the same thing.
I was gonna say, but Star Wars builds to events. Attack of the Clones. We know that that's building to the Clone War. The Clone War builds to the fall of Anakin. The fall of Anakin builds to. Now with Game of Thrones, I don't know. I guess I don't know, but I just assume there's still going to be an event, some type of event. I would hope. I'm not sure what he means.
Yeah, it's the nature of this. Things are gonna be like so bad that we need more than one hero to handle it, and that's why we get the crossover. And it'll be eventful, and you'll call the movie Justice League. He says Gunn's more scattershot genre agnostic approach has already been proven in the opening salvo of announcements for DC Chapter 1. Not many universes, after all, would open with Creature Commandos, an animated series bringing together weird, wacky figures such as Dr. Phosphorus and Frankenstein, and followed up with Superman and Peacemaker Season 2. Beyond that, the likes of Clayface and Swamp Thing expand the world further with body horror, then Lanterns and Supergirl bring a more cosmic energy to the DCU. That's not true. Lanterns is grounded. Of course, the MCU, in which Gunn helmed the trilogy of Guardians of Galaxy, was completely dissimilar, but has always felt like it was building towards a larger narrative, whether that's the Infinity Saga or Multiverse Saga. Every Gunn's movies weren't safe from the specter of Thanos, famously whipping up Infinity Stones lore in just 3 minutes. But Gunn's breaking down of his key philosophies here, alongside his previous declaration the post-credits won't be there to service future movie setups, is evidence enough that the DCU will be much different to the MCU. True? He put it in his movies. Or he didn't put a meaningful post-credit scene in his movies.
He did not. He did not.
So how do I feel about?
I mean, I think it'll be 5 years, probably something like that. He said, don't expect to see the Flash for what? He said 2 years, 2 more years, or something like that. And I think he tied Aquaman into that. So we've seen Superman. Maybe we've seen Batman if it's Pattinson. Maybe not if they go a different route. Don't know who Wonder Woman is. We know who John is, and John, as they've said, is going to be the Green Lantern. So there's 2 members so far. I guess if you use Terrific Guy and you use Guy, I don't know if you use Guy though. I think John is going to be the one, and then Hot Girl. I guess Metamorpho as well. But then you're still missing, of course, your Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, Aquaman.
Okay, I just got to push back on something. You said we don't know who Wonder Woman is. Have you not been paying attention? We have the perfect casting for that.
Who has the perfect casting for that?
Him.
I dropped my entire coffee and I was like, Khal, no, I have to buy another coffee.
Sorry, why did you say Khal no?
Khal, no.
Yeah, why did you say that?
It's like an expression you use. Like, Khal, no. I hate.
Expression.
You think Kal-El means oh no?
That's why it's in the script. Khal, no. Oh no.
Kal-El is Superman.
Khal is
Yes.
Khal is a person.
It's not an expression.
This whole time.
Have you been using this phrase a lot?
I thought it was a lie. It's a person.
Yes.
Actor.
Superman.
Khal is Superman.
So you're just expressing frustration?
Khal, no. Superman is Khal.
Correct.
Why his name Clark? I dropped.
She said, why is his
Asked
name Clark?
Right now.
That's funny.
She had something to say, like to follow up on her comments, and she's like, "No, you got the wrong idea. This is what I actually mean." And it didn't really help.
That's funny. People are still wanting Grant Gustin as Flash. I don't think you do that though.
Yeah, you go as new as possible. Well, but here's what I was saying though. We spoke at the same time, but how do I feel now about isolated movies like Superman, as great as it was, to know that it'll barely have any like meaning to the next movie, which would be Supergirl? We just saw them interact for a little. Hey, that's my dog. Come over here. No wonder he has bad manners, and that was it. But we don't actually get plot, or he never mentions like an issue that the Kryptonians have that Supergirl is going to deal with. And Supergirl movie, they're not going to mention anything Clayface related. Clayface won't mention. It'll just be isolated. Like, how long can I just take a good assuming they're good, a good superhero movie that has nothing to do with the rest of the world?
Yeah.
I hope he's lying. I hope that they will actually interact. And I'll see that in Peacemaker. He's going to be with Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl. I'll see that, and I just hope he's just saying the stuff so that he doesn't try to overwhelm fans or new fans, potential fans. That you got to do all of this work to know what's going on. And I don't know, man. It's really confusing. You really can't take anything he says. Anyways, he's a liar. So
Yeah, he's gonna hold things. Like he said, he's holding those last few episodes because he doesn't want things to get out because he knows that they do. So, I don't know. He's been saying that things aren't going to. They're all going to be their own thing. They're not going to connect and things like that. But when you have David back behind the scenes talking about, well, I hope I show up and I want to be in that Batman movie, blah 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 blah. Well, then it would have to connect. Things would have to connect for Superman to show up in Batman's film.
I'll leave on this note. It is nice to be theory crafting and thinking about what does the director mean when he says that for DC. I haven't done something like that since I never had done something like that. I didn't have YouTube until 2019. I didn't care about the DC universe. So this is good to have a competitor to Marvel. But Marvel is still the main event. Marvel is still that fight, that brouhaha over in England. I need to know about that. Whew.
Yeah. I'm sure I saw a lot of people talking about it, asking I think the general consensus is that one of them is RDJ.
Probably.
Who the other is, I don't know.
Remains to be seen, like fossils in a museum.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we jump over to this one here. It's the Henry Danger spin-off series has officially started filming. It'll be 10 plus episodes on Paramount Plus and has been described as a mature series similar to Dexter and Wednesday. Jace Norman and Cooper Barnes will reprise their roles. What are your thoughts on this, Henry Danger?
Shocked that Nickelodeon is doing I don't know what they mean by mature, even though they compared it to Wednesday and Dexter, as in the killing show Dexter.
Yeah.
Interesting. This was around the time when did Henry Danger, the original, air?
I have no idea what this is. I've never seen it.
You've never seen Henry Danger?
A 2014 sitcom with 4 seasons. 5
seasons. The original aired, in 2014.
I may have checked out from Nickelodeon during that era.
Yeah. That's why I had to check. It was a superhero show. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I know he.
Are you saying that just to piss us off? Who is this for? We don't need it. Yeah. Okay, guys. We don't need anything.
No, I don't know. I guess maybe the original Henry Danger, because it was one of Nickelodeon's more popular, newer shows that they had going. I mean, obviously it went 5 seasons. He grew with it. He was one of the ones that didn't have like allegations or stuff like that afterwards. I think he even did another movie with Nickelodeon or something that I think even this had a movie, the Henry Danger thing. I think they had like the Henry Danger movie or something like that. I don't even think it's like real superpowers that they have. I think it's I don't know. I think if I remember correctly, it's like something with bubble gum. They like chew some gum, blow a bubble. I think it gives them their suits and powers. I could be wrong. I think that's what it is. But I know they that's mature Henry Danger. I guess maybe the kids that watched it are now adults, and that was 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
And this will be a film.
Oh, this is a film?
I'm asking.
Oh, no.
I think it says 10 episodes. 10 episodes on Paramount Plus, it says. My bad.
Yeah,
damn.
This is a series.
They just got money over there, Paramount Plus, huh?
I guess so.
Has anything happened on Paramount Plus made you go like, I gotta see it? Halo, the Knuckles TV show.
The only reason I contemplate sometimes wanting to get on Paramount is for old Nickelodeon shit like Cat Dog and old shows, because you can't, like Jimmy Neutron, you can't watch those anywhere else but Paramount Plus.
Does Netflix have Avatar or Legend of Korra?
They do.
Yeah,
They do.
they got.
So that's
they were-
another reason to really not get Paramount. I mean, Avatar is now, when Avatar Studios gets going, I'm assuming they're going to put their shit on Paramount.
Oh, not
Isn't that the
Netflix?
deal?
Okay.
Isn't the deal with them? The deal's
Look,
with
the
Paramount.
live action Aang, he's on Netflix.
Yeah, but that was like a whole deal. That was a Netflix deal that they had made before, and then the original creators dropped off because I guess, fuck you, we're doing our own thing. And I think they just already had that in contract and going. But I think once that show is over, I don't think Netflix can use Avatar's name like that again anymore.
Put your ones in the chat if you're excited for this Henry Danger. Put 2 if you're not. It's a mature revival. iCarly was a mature revival, and that had 3 seasons, right?
Did it?
How many seasons
Wow.
iCarly do?
I don't know. I watched only one episode of the iCarly revival. I was a big iCarly fan. I liked the iCarly, Drake and Josh and iCarly. Those were great ones. What Ricardo says, Nickelodeon used Jace Norman to crap ton when he was younger for their original movies. They definitely did. I know that. What was that movie he played in on Nickelodeon where he I have a little sister, so where he what was it? Oh God.
They got the UFC. Okay.
He doubled himself or made a clone of himself or something like that. It wasn't bad, bro. I watched it with my sister. It wasn't that bad. Nickelodeon used him the way they used Drake and Josh and Miranda Cosgrove. But a mature Henry Danger. Yeah. I guess if you have Paramount Plus and you're looking for some danger, 10 episodes will be dropping soon.
Yeah, man. Let's jump over to Collider because they're talking George R.R. Martin confronted by angry fan at WorldCon. Did he pull up on him? Told to hand the Winds of Winter to Brandon Sanderson. Who is Brandon Sanderson? The editor of
I think he might be his protege or something like that, or a partner. I don't really know. This person got booed, from my understanding. I wish there was a video.
He's taken too long to finish Winds of Winter. Indeed, no one is more aware of the fact than Martin himself, which is why his consistency in making public appearance remains so commendable. However, Martin may be reconsidering these appearances following reports of appalling scenes at this weekend's WorldCon in Seattle. Can I just say something though? You can't bully him or make him feel uncomfortable if he's in the creative process and he just hasn't had his eureka moment yet. This isn't going to make him finish writing the book. But I also
hear what the fans said though.
I also think that he shouldn't be making these appearances. Martin appearing in a panel alongside Brandon Sanderson.
Oh, he was there.
Robin Hobb, Rebecca Rowanhorse, and Ryan Cahill was said to be confronted during a question and answer session by a supposed fan of his work who demanded to know when he would be handing the Winds of Winter script, the final novel, to another author like Sanderson, adding that Martin was probably going to die soon.
He said that. I don't know how old George R. R. Martin is. Let me see. But he goes, how you're not going to be around for much longer or something like that.
How long do you think he's going to take? He's 76 years old. He hasn't 76. Finished writing it, but a majority is done. I wouldn't say you'll die before you finish. The other authors on stage came to Martin's defense before the hosts took control, as Martin was set to be consoled by his fellow guests before the panel disbanded, with Martin heading off to do book signings for much more grateful fans and followers. The unsavory scenes bring to mind the more toxic aspect of stan culture, where fans believe they're entitled to work from creators as and when they please. Nobody wants the Wins the Winner to be finished more than Martin himself. But what motivation will the man have to finish the work with this kind of treatment? Hey, that's what I said. What has George R. R. Martin said about the Wins the Winner? So at WonderCon panel, someone told George Martin to his face he's gonna die soon, and started to ask whether Brandon would finish his book, and everyone started to boo. Sanderson was also on the panel. Well, here's a quote. I would have dragons, yes, but I wanted my dragons to be as real and believable as such a creature could ever be. I designed my dragons with a lot of care. They fly and breathe fire, yes, those traits seemed essential to me. They bond with men, some men. And the why and how of that, and how it came to be, will eventually be revealed in more details in The Winds of Winter and A Dream of Spring, and some in Blood and Fire. Septon Barth got much of it right. Martin has also previously added that the book will be the longest he's written, and that he is more than 75% finished. During the panel, he added that he had taken the weekend off from writing to attend. Then stop taking weekends off, bro. I know I sound entitled. Yes, you can write at your own pace. Who am I to say do it now? The relationship is you sell a book, I buy it. So maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, for the dude to tell him, oh yeah, you're gonna be dead soon. Like I was looking at another headline that they titled it Game of Thrones fan tells George R. R. Martin he'll be dead soon during recent Q&A. It's like that would have made me uncomfortable too. Like, what the fuck? It's kind of akin to dude saying he was gonna run up on James Gunn. Why would you stand up in the fan Q&A and tell this man, hey, you're gonna be dead soon, so you need to turn the script or whatever, the writing over to someone else. On a better, happier note, for those that cared or watched it, Blue-Eyed Samurai Season 2 just got a poster, and it is coming soon. Can't wait. Can't wait. Did you watch that show?
Nah.
You should check it out. It's a very good. I don't even know what that. It's not anime. Is that anime? You anime fans out there? Do you consider that anime?
Does anime need to be a manga being adapted?
Oh, you lost me. I don't know.
What are the rules of anime? It's animated in Japan. It's a manga. It's anime. Good.
Oh, okay. So it is anime. Here's somebody just said, I thought you didn't like anime. Okay, well, this one I did. This one I fucked with heavy. This one was good. Now,
if someone told you, check out this new anime, Blue Samurai, you would say, nah.
What are you talking about?
Like, you needed to not know it was anime to watch it.
No.
Yep.
No. I watched it, and I liked the storyline, and I liked the animation. And I'm curious to know exactly what happens next with our Blue Samurai. Good show. Really good show. I hate that they put coming soon and not like, hey, coming this day. So I know exactly when. But you're an anime fan.
Yeah, I dig anime.
Yeah, you should check it out.
Some of the best storytelling.
I see that. Yeah, you should check it out. Great show.
Will you check out the Naruto movie?
Here's the thing with Naruto. It's on quite a bit at my house. And I hear it. And I have seen it.
Yeah.
I can't say I've watched not like, I'm not like sitting down watching it. I'm typically on my phone or doing something, but I do see it and hear it. I always ask the same question. Why the fuck do they feel the need to explain what we are watching? Like every time like somebody does something, how did he know I was going to do that? He must have. I'm like, what are you?
Oh, that's
I
because
hate that.
because they do it weekly. They don't actually take seasons and like an off period or anything. So the people who are creating the show, they need to have some downtime like that, where they just talk. You can hear their monologue in their head, what they're thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen Naruto. I can't say I wouldn't watch I can't say I wouldn't watch the movie. Do I have to have previous knowledge going into this?
For the movie, now I'm sure they'll begin with his, first day, first mission.
Oh, so this doesn't involve Boruto.
Nah, bro. This is a live action movie starting with
This is a
teenager.
live action Naruto movie.
Yeah. Destin Daniel Cretton is supposed to direct it.
Huh. Interesting.
It is. You'll like it. Don't hear it or just see it. Believe it.
What is this?
That's his ninja way.
Whose? Blue Samurai?
Uzumaki Naruto. The
Oh.
Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. Karuma? Hello? So I don't think if you can just like, it's at the house and I'm watching it and you'll see an episode from season 5 and then you see something like it won't.
Yeah, here's the thing. I try. I do. It's difficult. It's not like the animation I don't really care for it either. I don't care for the animation either. It's not Blue Samurai's animation. Now, if it was Demon Slayer type of animation, that animation's died. I like that one. I like that one. That one I got into more than Naruto.
All right, we're getting him. See, he's coming over. All it takes is like a couple. Demon Slayer, you're opening your eyes. I think the Avatar Last Airbender probably did some work there also to make people care. Where we're getting you.
Yeah, Demon Slayer. That animation's pretty dope.
Yes. Let's get into the supers. You better have my money.
Bitch better have my money. Play down, call me on my blood. Pay me what you want it.
I am Too Fly Cam. Drops 2 to say, leave DC be. I don't want MCU in my DC. We good.
Leave him be.
Opinion? MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. DCU, the DC Cinematic Universe. They're the same thing. They're cinematic universes. So I don't want Marvel in DC either, but I want a cinematic universe to play out the way it's supposed to, and which would be acknowledging the attachments. Acknowledging the attachments, yes.
Leave DCB.
You agreeing?
What? Leave DCB?
Yeah.
No, I want attachments. I think I like the flow of everything connecting. I like a cinematic universe.
Yeah. You don't have to do stones this time. You don't have to do a Thanos or a Darkseid parallel.
No.
But I'm requiring a Justice League movie. And if that's similar to Avengers, that's just the nature of superheroes teaming up, that it'll be similar.
I'd like to see Darkseid.
Okay.
I feel like that was robbed of.
It took 10, 11 years to get to Thanos. Maybe it'll take 10, 11 for Darkseid.
Oh, no, that's fine. But I don't want it to not be Darkseid. I would like to see Darkseid.
You think he should be the final movie of all of DC?
I don't know if he has to be the final movie.
Who do we keep for the final movie? Superman vs. Batman?
No. No, I think it needs to be an ensemble thing where they're all together facing a threat.
Yeah.
Now, who that threat is, if not, Mongrel's pretty threatening.
Mongrel it is. Thank you, I'm Too Fly Cam.
But is Mongrel like a universal threat like that? He can be. But I feel like they could also handle Mongrel pretty quickly. Remember how I told you Marvel Legends comes out with something, superheroes are the same superheroes every time. They just came out with a 2-pack of Storm, and guess who's with her?
A 2-pack of Storm. Okay. It's got to be T'Challa.
No.
Storm and... Oh, Forge.
No.
Storm and Jubilee?
Mm-mm.
Storm and Kitty Pryde?
Mm-mm.
Who would make sense? Storm and Jean... No, Jubilee was Cyclops. Storm and Rogue?
Mm-mm.
Storm and Professor X?
Mm-mm.
Storm and Wolverine?
Storm and Wolverine.
What are they trying to push on us?
Why is that? Oh, is that yours? It's because he's in every fucking... every wave, he's in everything. Him, Spider-Man, and who else did I say? Iron Man. They're in everything. But that Storm, might have to get her. Might gotta get her.
Nah, bro. Johnny Rastafari issue 3 never happened, and it never came in for me. So I just went from issue 2 to 4. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's X-Men 97. That's why her face.
It doesn't matter.
Her face looks so.
It crosses every single X-Men. They're trying to bring Storm and Wolverine as the new couple. Jason Aaron, he did it in Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yeah. Yeah. But I need her. All right. The main event, the arguing, the drama, the discourse. What's going on over at Marvel?
Nothing. Absolutely everything is fine. There's no problems there. They've got lovely camaraderie. Nothing to worry about. What do you mean? It's nothing.
What did yeah, I'm gonna say, what did Roka say?
That.
You know?
No, I do know, yes. And they are two pretty big actors. And apparently a comment, from what I understand, a comment was made in jest that was a bit too familiar because these actors didn't know each other that well and crossed the line. And one of the actors got really upset about it, confronted the other actor.
Said it in jest like publicly, or said it in jest like behind the scenes?
On the set.
Okay.
And that caused a big rift and battle. And I'm just going to leave it at two very outspoken actors went at each other. And from what I understand and what I was told, one of the actors was, Marvel said, we'll shoot your scene separately, or we'll shoot scenes without the other actor in it. Or you can, we'll figure it out in some other way. And so that actor felt that the fact that Marvel was willing to make these concessions was enough, because they also told this actor that it was going to cost like millions of dollars to shoot scenes without the other actor.
Why would it cost millions of dollars to shoot without? Is it because the other actors being paid millions, or is it because they're going to do like the dots on your face and that technology will cost so much?
Probably because the editing and everything else that we would have to do to get you to CGI you into that scene and all that kind of stuff. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. I don't work for them, but just looking at the current cast, I don't know
who's the outspoken actor that don't know each other. So
he said two actors that, because he gave clues, obviously, two actors that barely know each other. Is that what he said? I want to make sure he said I'm hearing him correctly. Play. Can we hear him? As long as it's not up on the screen, can we still hear him?
Not.
Have heard that a clash between two
a bit too familiar because these actors didn't know each other that well.
Okay.
And crossed the
Pause it.
line.
So these actors didn't know each other that well and crossed a line. So we would have to then analyze, which would take more than probably time have in the stream, to analyze who has been in a film together, who has not been in films together, TV shows or anything like that, blah, 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 who's worked
And
together.
who's outspoken?
Yeah, and who is outspoken of this. And he said 2 very outspoken actors, right?
I think Florence Pugh and Pedro Pascal, I could call them outspoken.
I think it's 2. I think it's 2 guys. It's no one down here. It's no one down here.
You don't think David Harbour?
I was just gonna say maybe, but has he been on set? Are the Thunderbolts there? Probably.
Winston Duke?
No, he's happy to be there.
Winston Duke probably heard someone said something about the gorilla tribe. He's like, hey, no. But then it wouldn't be expensive to shoot without Winston. You just cut that dude out the scene.
So it's got to be somebody that's also in a lot of things, which takes me back up here. Which brings me back here.
Robert Downey
as one of them, I think.
Didn't we hear like a week ago that he has to reshoot certain scenes?
Well, from what we've heard from her, he's there every day. So, and just using our other context clues about the film, it's about him. So I'm assuming he's going to be there every day. He's in almost every scene. I would say he's probably one of them.
And Pedro.
And because I'm thinking, and because I don't know, maybe not. Is Pedro still there? Are they still on set or are they done? I thought did they say the Fantastic Four wrapped? No, they didn't. They didn't say the Fantastic Four wrapped. That was Alan Cummings and someone else.
But they're the 2 most vocal. Maybe Pedro's more vocal than Robert Downey, actually. Outspoken, sorry.
Outspoken. If it was a comment on the money.
Yeah. Whatever. You know, this happens.
A report
it reminds me of when the Golden State Warriors had Draymond Green punch out Jordan Poole, sorry. That was like, it happens all the time, but unfortunately, we all got to see it happen on camera, and it was a big stink. This fighting on set between actors, that probably happens all the time with these. I don't think it's that big a deal, but I'm still interested.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's that big a deal. I don't think it's like Doomsday's in trouble because these actors are arguing. It is just interesting. And I think it's him and maybe Pedro. Like I said, Pedro has done 9 films this year and gotten, I think, 30 million, 40 million for them. And Robert Downey Jr. is doing 2. Got 190 million.
Now, no fighting, no actual like fists flew.
No fist or anything.
This is
like
just
that.
we're upset at each other. You said a joke to me. I didn't laugh at the joke. I didn't find that funny. I don't want to work with him. Like, that's so diva. This is nothing to me. Or it's not nothing to me. It's fun. It is fun, but it's like nothing that is irreparable. And they'll probably get over it. They could talk it out. They could work together tomorrow after all this.
Sizzle says Mackey's got a big mouth and jokes a lot. Could it be Mackey? Maybe. I don't know. Again, I don't think it doesn't halt the.
Ryan Reynolds, he said anarchy. Maybe that's what's happening. It's anarchy. So it was more cryptic than we thought. Aha.
Yeah, I think it's nothing. I don't know if Roca. If I'm one of these people and you tell me, I'm telling the names. Why not? Stir this shit up. Get people talking, because you're out here talking about. Oh, I'm not going to say the names. Then don't tell us. Then don't say, oh, there was a big fight, and I'm not going to say the names though. But just know that there was a big fight. Okay, thanks, John. There was a fight on the Doomsday set, and there's some, and we don't know who it is, but you know. Thanks, John.
So then what good does it do to not say the names? Is it because he still wants to maintain having access?
I think that's what it is. It's good for the maintaining the access of because I'm sure his person, like my person, has told me, okay, I'm not telling you everything, but here's what I can say. Now his person might have told him everything and then said, but you can't say that name. You can't tell.
Yeah.
Because that was what John Campea did. His source told him, da 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 da. Here's the pictures, but you can't share these pictures. And he shared the pictures.
Because once you share the pictures, they go, we know exactly who was standing at that spot with a camera. Therefore, we're firing you.
Yeah. So I think it's again a nothing, but it would have been nice. I just as an interesting, like, aha, what's going on, to know who they were.
I think Ryan Reynolds is my guess though. Like they're two actors that don't really know each other much. Ryan Reynolds and Pedro Pascal. They're both outspoken people, and it would be expensive to do it without Pedro Pascal. Robert Downey, not outspoken. That's all.
Not outspoken?
He doesn't do much media or tweets.
Not sure he doesn't do that. But on set, he could be like, I run this show. I'm the one making 190 million. They called me back. They didn't call any of you motherfuckers back. I'm saving this ship from sinking. I don't know how the man thinks. I'm just throwing shit out there. I don't know.
Not Hemsworth. He doesn't have that nature. And again, they didn't fight. They didn't actually throw hands. It was just someone said something, and he didn't find it funny. What was said? Maybe saying what was said would give it away, right?
Yeah, because if he gave any clues on, I mean, that's why I was thinking about people that have things going on. Pedro has something going on right now, and that is everyone calling him his what is it? His anxiety around women and things like that, and blah 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 blah. So that is something. I don't know. It's something. RDJ, the something could be the money. Maybe other actors hearing how much he's making for this, they're like, the fuck.
Jealousy.
Could be one of those things. Maybe Mackie brought his woman that he was with on set, pissed some people off, and it was an underhanded. I don't know. Why is Benedict Cumberbatch listed for Doomsday? He hasn't been named. Has he? He wasn't in the chairs.
Nah, he wasn't. So what's it gonna be then? Who's this isn't accurate. This could mean like we might not be thinking about someone because their face is not here. There could be another contender. Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I think it was probably Paul Rudd and Paul Bettany.
One of those X-Men actors.
Could be them. Could be the X-Men actors. We were here first. Damn it. We were the original MCU.
All of a sudden, Pedro Pascal is done shooting. They cut his scenes. Huh. Both thinks Pedro is using the anxiety method to get women or something. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like that since that narrative is out there.
But it wasn't like, yo, stop touching me, keep your distance. It was, you said a joke, but we're not that close to make that joke.
Yeah, so maybe a joke was made.
Telling you they told Winston Duke something. He said, what? You can't say that. That's not okay. And John Roca, that's why he's protecting it, because he doesn't want you to know what was racist. He doesn't want to stir that pot. Yeah.
Roca should have just said who it was, if it's even real.
And then it'll come out tomorrow and Roca will say, I knew that all along. I just didn't want to be the one to break it. Okay, Roca.
Who did he tell this to? Snyder? Oh, no, he was talking to Harlow.
Christian Harloff.
Yeah. So
You think
I mean-
either combatant said, "I don't get paid enough to deal with your crap." You can't. That'd be
it
fun.
could be a money thing, you know. Money is funny and can make people argue. I mean, especially if you're, like I said, Pedro Pascal did 9 films this year and I think made 30 million, 40 million. RDJ's doing 2.
Yeah, he's making more.
He's making $190 million. So,
which is a great segue to the new game we're playing here on the channel. Caption that pick. We got Vanessa Kirby on the right side. We got Pedro Pascal on the left. We got some hand-to-hand action. Off screen is the little pregnant belly that Vanessa has. The eyes are rolled for Pedro Pascal. Caption that pick. Live chat. Don't let us down. You see it there? What are we saying? Shout out Pedro. Yeah, what's he thinking? What's she saying? Give it to us. Caption that pick. What's your guess at what would you write if you were in charge, Darius?
if I'm captioning this pick,
Yeah, put it in the meme generator. What are you memeing this? You there?
yeah,
just
I'm
thinking?
I'm thinking.
Okay, chat. We're captioning that pic. It says, it's so small. All right. That's a good one to get us started. Ricardo says, when you get home to your old lady after work. When you get home to your old lady after work. Tony said, if Vanessa has a son, she should name him Pedro. Rosales says, right there. You feel that bump? Is that a thyroid lump? Winter Hand is sponsored by Jergens. See? Hands all over him. Khal, no way. She fell for it. You win. Hey, next one. We jump over to the world famous. The Mackie Man. Caught on TMZ cameras. Caught looking at his woman. Caption that pic. He's looking at her like, now, no allegations now. Now, you said your name wasn't Stephanie, right? He said.
He probably said it might be summertime in the Hamptons, but it is snowing up in here. White chicks.
That look that he gives you. I went to a HBCU. That's what she said. And then he was like, what? Really?
I voted Obama.
She's like, I'm a Papa Doc fan. That's what she said. Eminem isn't that great. I'm from the 313, she said. What's chat saying? My hour starts when we get in the room, right? Oh, Umar gonna hate. Umar gonna hate me tonight. Looking at her like he ain't learned shit. I agree. Don't fumble the bag. You're a world famous star. You will find love all over the world. You don't need to risk it.
Besides, said anyone tell you look exactly like Scar Joe.
Girl, you are fine. Okay. How you look at the milk a day before it expires when you want cereal. I think Ricardo won. He said, "Winter is coming. Winter is coming. Time to play in the snow." You know I'm Captain America now. All I hear is that 50 Cent song a little bit. Girl, I'm from Nowlands, but I ain't no po' boy. Did you used to date Israel Adesanya? Did she? The fighter, Israel Adesanya. Dr. Umar who?
Oh yeah.
Playing in the London snow, stamina. Be safe out there, my guy. If she not brown, turn around. As long as you don't work on Marvel films, we good. Heard they call you Captain now. Hey, Captain, what is she saying? Not what he's saying. Tell me what words came out of her mouth to make him do that face. She said, "Of course I season." She said, "I'm like Haley Steinfeld. I'm 1/4 black." And he's like, "Oh."
I'm gonna piss off my dad.
That's the night. Hey, good one. They got Jonathan Majors and Shannon the same way. They ain't learned nothing from Cat Williams. I don't have black in me yet. Oh.
Oh, that's funny.
I think this is a returning segment. Of course she doesn't season, but I'm sure she blows.
So when you wake up, I'll be on your left.
Haha, I'm not handsome enough, so no danger of... Oh. You know my shield bounced back too? Shit. That was good. Maybe he was the one who fought. Maybe it was Anthony Mackie who was like, who are these new guys coming around here? Like, he's cranky. He's about to lose his Captain America status again. He'll be back to a sidekick, except he already gave the name Falcon to somebody else, and he was so supportive of that somebody else. It's Mackie.
Yeah, he brought her on set. People weren't having it. Did you see the so we got asked about this yesterday. Hold on. Monique has been cast to voice Amanda Waller in the new upcoming video game, Lego Batman.
Okay. A video game.
All right, Monique. Yeah, they released a trailer for it yesterday. For the Lego Batman game or whatever.
Monique, probably is she really that star power that you go, let me get her for the video game of Amanda Waller?
Once upon a time. I don't know that she is since the whole debacle. Since Precious.
I don't think of Monique as a professional voice. Like Amanda Waller, I worked myself to the top voice. So I'll have to see what she does with it. It is acting. We got to give everyone a chance.
Once upon a time, Monique was one of them. I mean, she's one of the queens of comedy. She had the Parkers. She was starring in films. She was at one point in time. But then that fallout with Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, and everything. All that happened.
Did you see her do the stand-up show in the prison?
No, I did not. I heard her talk about it, but no.
I saw it.
I did not.
It opened my mind, though. It made me think differently about prisons. And like, these are literally just full of people who are literally people, and they're just laughing. And I'm like, yeah, it was eye-opening for me.
You didn't know that those were people?
Yeah, like I more dehumanized like a prisoner, like, oh, this is a prisoner, right? Like, oh, spooky, you know? It helped humanize.
You have people in your family that have been to prison?
I don't answer personal questions about my family.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, well, okay, I have. My dad went to prison. I don't know. Prison. I've never looked at a prisoner or someone as like, scary, spooky. And then again, maybe I don't know if you guys do that in Canada, but we took a field trip to a prison.
Yeah, once a stream, he's gonna have to remind everyone this guy's in Canada.
Well, I don't know if you guys do that in Canada or not. We took
I
a
know.
field trip to prison, and
Field
we
trip to
got to
prison?
for
Well, great.
sociology class. I was in high school. Took a field trip to prison, and they took us around, got to hear different inmate stories. We got to see what they do day to day. Some of them have jobs, some of them are working while they're in there, some of them are taking time off of their sentence by doing certain things while they're. So it's like, yeah, these are human beings with that just were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And some of them are not just human beings that are in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't want to just say all of them. Some of them are sick individuals, but a lot of them are.
How did that trip, like, was it a worthwhile trip, or was it like a waste of a time trip? What did you?
I don't think it was a waste of time, because that was my sophomore year in high school, and I still remember some of those stories down to the detail that they told us. And not that they told us about how they got to prison, but yes, they did tell that, but they just also told about just where their mind was today, how they would have handled the situation different. Now, of course, everybody talks different when everybody's behind bars. Everybody also finds God when everybody's behind bars. But of course, try to take people at their word at least. So I think it just more so just was like I said, I had already experienced that stuff when we used to go visit my dad. So it's not like prison itself was foreign to me. I used to listen to my dad talk. I mean, my dad used to send me and my mom stuff all the time. So yeah, it's not like used to accept those calls. It's not like wasn't a foreign concept to me.
Gotcha. Super.
I've been boozy since I left. I ain't changing for a check. Tell my mom I ain't forget.
That was really like the most streamed song last year. So I Am Too Fly says that Sony's increasing the PS5 by $50 because of Trump. LOL. What?
Yeah, they overplayed that song last year. Sorry, that was a very delayed response, but they overplayed that song last year. I believe it. Sony doing, I'm sure. I mean, everything this man does.
I like that. I think once a system comes out and that's the price, you don't increase the price. And PS5 has been out for 4 years now.
I mean, I can't say if I'm Sony, because it's a Chinese company, isn't it?
Japanese.
I can't say that, because what is tariffs does he put on Japan?
Well, whatever they are, I'm sure the $50 checks out, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's why if I'm Japan, I'm okay. Well, we're gonna hit you back. Because if I'm Canada, if I was y'all when all that was going on, I'd have been and shut that power off. It wouldn't have been a threat. I don't know if it's a button, a lever, unplugging something. I'd have been and done that shit.
You're talking about the Niagara Falls?
Is that it? The power to the East Coast up there?
Yeah. That's what our Ontario premier was threatening. And I don't think he would ever had done it. But he sounded like he'd do it. And people like that.
I would have sent a message. You're not about to. I'm not shocked. Japan is.
Some of the Japanese are probably like, yeah, exactly. That's what we're doing to America. Yeah. Like, it's not you guys are greedy. It's not like you're making it difficult on the customers. It's, yeah. And you know what, though? How many people really need a PS5? If you were not going to get your PS5 by then, like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, the sales are done. It's complete.
Yeah.
I think Monique can pull off Waller. I don't like that song. I do. Home Depot just announced they're going to be raising prices too because of lumber. Timber, I think I should say. Not lumber, timber.
Yeah. I mean, we're witnessing a lot of crazy shit.
Tariffs are really about to hit. No more delaying stuff in the ports, hoping Trump gets his shit together. Yeah, there's been a lot of that.
Yeah, there's not going to be. I mean, but everything that we are watching is everything that despite your political view or who you might have voted for, everything Kamala tried to warn this country about. It's everything that he didn't get to do his first term, distancing himself from Project 2025, and now all of a sudden helming Project 2025. All the threats and empty promises and things like that he made during his campaign, he's standing on. We are witnessing this, but again, the people that voted for this were warned. So it's interesting to see Gavin Newsom too, trolling him the way that he does online. He's online, posting AI images of himself as, on Star Wars Day, posting AI images of himself as Superman, other AI images of himself and things like that as the Pope, blah, 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 blah. So when Gavin Newsom does it, now all of a sudden Fox News is like, how immature and childish. He doesn't understand. Like, just get off Twitter. One of the analysts said, where's his wife? If I'm his wife, I'm saying, get off the internet. Do you know what you look like? And I'm just like, oh my God. They are so far gone. They don't even see the irony in what they're saying. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's exhausting. Jesus, it's exhausting.
I love it.
Every day, from a distance, I'd love it too, but it is exhausting. It's like, because every day we are waking up to hearing breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. It's like he's done this, he's done that, and it's not just him. It's the people set in place under him. I don't know if you've listened to Jasmine
Crockett.
No, not Miss Crockett. Gosh. I forget her name. Talk about the 7 or 9 steps to autocracy and how terrifying it is. As she breaks them down, you realize as the American, we're literally sitting in that. We haven't reached every step yet, but we're literally sitting in that. When you have him parading his third term hats around to the who was it that just came to the White House? All the
Vladimir Zelensky.
The Zelensky and all them that were just there. He was showing off his third term hats to them, showing off his mural of when he got shot and him waving his hand. He had that blown up and he's got a mural of it, showing it off to them, talking about, oh yeah, that was a very bad day. The narcissism. It's just like, it's so exhausting. And I'm sorry. It's so exhausting. Because every day it's like, we're hearing his name, we're hearing this, we're hearing that. And it's the blindness too that people have. Not everyone. A lot of the country is obviously protesting. Now, we don't see that stuff. I wasn't aware that LA was protesting. I wasn't aware that all these other places were protesting because it's censored. It's not even talked about. It's not on the news, nothing. Yeah. It's not even talked about.
Yeah, they control these social media apps.
Yeah. So it's fucking annoying. It's crazy that we're sitting in it though. Like the videos we're seeing on TikTok, the ones that we are seeing of the National Guard and the police being weaponized, going into these slums that they're calling. And you got Caroline Levitt sitting up there every day talking about, oh well, President Trump is doing what he can in these slums and these thugs and these gangs and this, and we know what they mean when they say that. They posted some pictures of some people they've arrested. Like, I think it was like 40 people that they've arrested. They've arrested over 400 arrests. A lot of those have been like immigrants and things like that. But they posted 40 pictures. And can you tell me what all 40 of those pictures had in common? Every single one of them was either a black or brown individual. So the targeting is precise. They are targeting people that look like you, people that look like me, people that do not look like them. If your religion does not align with theirs, if your thoughts don't align with theirs, if your likeness doesn't align with theirs, it's got to go. This is the America that people, half the country, voted for. And it's sickening that people are still standing firm on their vote. Some people are, not everyone, but some people are still standing firm on their vote, saying, I'm happy with what's going on. I'm happy with that. And then you want to I've argued with people that are supposed to be, friends of mine or whatever. When you are telling a black and brown person that I'm okay with the things that he's doing. When you're hearing, like at the top of the stream, like I said, you doing away with the saying that slavery is too woke or whatever, that the Smithsonian's too woke in the way that they portray America. What do you mean the way they portray America? The truth? The way it happened? You might be able to take out exhibits or whatever, but you cannot erase the lived experience that our ancestors had, that we know those stories. We've seen those things. So we know slavery was real. We know the atrocities that slavery brought. We know all those things. So you trying to erase the negative history of America that you don't want on display is that one of those steps to autocracy. So for those of you that voted for this out there, for those of you that are still standing firm on your vote, again, it's not about your vote. It's not your political view. I don't give a fuck if you're Republican. I don't give a fuck if you're Democrat. I don't give a fuck if you're independent. Your morals and your ethics are completely fucked if you continue to support this. Continue to support. Not only that, the whole thing that Marcus shared the other day, the Israeli sex offender that Trump, Tom Alex something or another
in Vegas, he paid a $10,000 bail, then he flew over.
I believe so. I think so. So it's like, yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I think Israel's a pretty big litmus test for whoever's going to be the candidate coming out of the primary for the Democrats. I also think the other big one is who's more anti-Trump. So with Gavin Newsom doing all this stuff about trolling him and how, yeah, he's the least Trump that we've got. Let's not be convinced. Let's not be tricked into, well, he's the most opposite of Trump, therefore we got to vote for him. We should just be I'm there, but we should be thinking who actually has a good policy, who's bringing healthcare, who's fucking not going to send money to Israel, all the other things.
Mm-hmm. I'm done. To the people out there that are calling yourselves Christians while rapping, listen, scripture wrapped in hate is still hate. Regardless of how you choose to wrap that scripture up or try to tie it with a bow, it's still hate. The scriptures that you are claiming to tread upon and lift your hands up high on every Sunday when you praise God, when you're living like hell Monday through Saturday, that doesn't make sense to me. Talking about being a racist on Monday, being racist on Tuesday, being a bigot on Wednesday, and all those things, though, they don't fit together under the umbrella of being a Christian. I think there's scripture that even says, when I was hungry, you didn't feed me. When I was homeless, you didn't house me. So while you're rounding up all these homeless people and you're cheering that on, you're also going to go on Sunday and praise God. But I think it also says in scripture, because I grew up on this stuff, what you do to the least of them, you do to me. So while you're rounding up all these people, you're doing that to the very person that you're claiming to praise, that you're claiming to have, that you Bible thumpers out there. And when I say Bible thumpers, not that I'm not a follower of Christ, I am, but I don't pick and choose what Bible verses fit my lifestyle and discard the ones that don't. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Pay attention, brother. All my black and brown sisters out there, be safe. Be safe. Be safe.
She said, preach.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Take a sip out of what he was drinking. I appreciate it.
No, it's just real, bro. It's
real.
It's real. It's sickening. It's exhausting. It is exhausting. We're literally regressing, just watching everything just go back. And I didn't even bring up the homosexual.
Bring it up. She might super chat again. Bring it up.
that they're trying to do, like trying to overturn gay marriage. Why? But you know what's the choice? Trying to overturn gay marriage instead of going after pedophiles. That's a choice. That's a choice. So I'm side-eyeing you even then, as if I wasn't already side-eyeing people that voted for this or side-eyeing this administration. But you are championing overturning gay marriage, something that doesn't affect you at all, that doesn't have any bearing on your day-to-day fucking life, has nothing to do with you. What another individual and their partner do in their household or how they choose to live their life has no bearing on you. So that's a choice to go after that instead of going after pedophiles, releasing pedophiles. Your president's a pedophile. So it doesn't make any sense. It's sick, bro. It's sick. It's sick. It's sick. It's disgusting, and we're watching it.
Have the nerve to talk to Uganda and say, well, since your country is not very inclusive when it comes to homosexuality, we're gonna drop our whatever it is and treat these different countries out there who are not homosexually like friendly, or I guess would be the right word. They're not LGBT safe, and then they in their own country they're saying things like this.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's just the constant hypocrisy, just constant hypocrisy from this group, trying to take attention off the Epstein files, throwing attention on Obama.
100%.
Having and it's these black conservatives. Did you watch Amanda Seales' Deal?
No, I still haven't seen it.
Woo, brother. Oh my God. I should have done a reaction video to that as I watched. So I found myself pausing, arguing with them. Like, you hate yourself that much to where you are willing to be used as a pawn, because that's all you are. You're being used as a pawn. Because right now they're throwing these black conservatives on Fox News out in front, and they're having them bash Obama. I saw one of them talking about Obama was the most corrupt presidency we've ever had. We thought it was Biden, when in reality it was Obama. But you're sitting in a corrupt presidency. You're defending a corrupt president. So it's crazy to me that you hate yourself that much and you hate your community that much that you are willing to turn your back on them for some assimilation to assimilate. That's crazy to me. When they would just discard you, they don't give a fuck about you. You are nothing more than, like he said, look at my black guy over there.
Yeah.
You are that black guy. You're that nigga that's just up front that they can use as a pawn. But trust me, they don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about, because you don't look like them. Dre Max said it this morning on his show. There was a man, obviously Hitler, that was able to convince everyone that if you don't have blonde hair and blue eyes, and he having brown hair, that you're wrong. We are literally watching this man. We are literally watching this administration, this man, do away with everything that doesn't align with their views, doesn't align with the America they want. When they said "Make America Great Again," what the fuck did you think that meant? When has America ever been great? They're trying to go back. They're trying to take away voting rights again. The mail-in ballot votes are trying to, brother, pay attention. They're trying to go back. It's crazy.
The redistricting and the gerrymandering in Texas right now is kind of like the biggest.
Yes.
No one can defend this one, and I don't think two wrongs make a right. But when I see Gavin Newsom saying, "Fine, we'll just redistrict here too," yeah, you're balancing it out, and then maybe one day we can finally, I'm there, but you guys can go. A third party will district. It'll be done fairly, and we'll never have to worry about this stuff ever again. That's the solution, but it is necessary for Gavin Newsom to do what he's doing here and district.
Very necessary.
Yeah,
it's very necessary. I may not always. He's not my governor. I mean, our system here is completely fucked. They drop on their knees every morning for this administration. So this here, fucked. Gavin Newsom doing what he's doing, I applaud him, because you need someone. Now, I've heard, I'm not a California citizen. I've heard California citizens saying on TikTok, we may not always agree with Newsom. We may not even really like Newsom, but in this moment, he's on our side.
Yeah.
He's got a platform and he's speaking, and I applaud him. Don't tower and don't bend the knee to this administration. Don't let them bully you into being silent, because when you're silent, you become complacent. And when you become complacent, they can do whatever they want with you.
But the worry is that I'm rooting for something corrupt and dirty, which is redistricting unfairly the state of California. I don't think that's the right thing to do, but the circumstances make it so that it's good. But then I just don't want to see. I just want to root for something that is wrong, that is immoral, that is we're gonna shape it away to make our party win. Like that's not right. It's so I'm
Right.
iffy about it.
Yep. I mean, yeah, I feel you. It's I feel you. I feel you. Um it's sick, bro. I'm sick of watching it. And you know, I've seen TikToks of people talking about I feel so helpless. And it's like you in moments you do, because what can I mean, I get it. Protest. Continue to protest. I mean, me and Raymond had this conversation, and he was so right on his position where I was not right on my position. This was early on in the president, when he had kind of more so gotten elected. And, black folks were taking the position of, this is not our fight. Sit this one out. I don't think we're in the position. Raymond said it then. And again, if you're watching, Raymond, applaud to you. We're not in a position to sit back. We're not in a position to do line dances in the fans and doing all that and minding our business, because it is affecting our people as well.
Yeah, we're just to sit down after injustice is being done and
Exactly.
not participate in the awareness of it. That's dumb.
Exactly. And right. So we definitely need to be out there protesting. And that's but sometimes you feel so helpless. Like what are we truly doing? Because when you have when you have Donald Trump being able to go against the courts and get away with it, go against the guns. Like I've heard so many different news analysts saying, what does the Constitution say? What does the Constitution say? I don't think it fucking matters what the Constitution says anymore. He's gone against the Constitution. They've gone against it. They've made it clear that, well, the Constitution says some things, but it was misworded or something like that, or whatever their excuses may be for it. They've gone against it. So in moments, it does feel as if like, what can we do? So it's like the answer is not for me. I mean, obviously it's what we have to do. Ride it out for the next 4 years, but does it stop at the next 4 years? MAGA maggots will tell you, some of them will tell you, if they're not serious about 4 years. Oh, they're absolutely serious. They are absolutely serious about a third term. Yeah. This is not a joke. This is not a one-off thing where right at the beginning when he said, oh, I have no plans of running for a third term. Look that up. Google. Everything is Googleable. I have no plans on running for a third term. I have nothing to do with Project 2025. But now all of a sudden we're showing off third term hats. We're talking about Project 2025.
He's 79 years old. I also think don't sit this one out, because you know who's not? The neoliberals are not going to sit this one out. They're going to use a lot of this to garner support around some established candidate who's not going to make things better, who's going to continue the status quo Democrats who do nothing, who don't actually fight, who are corporate bought by the NRA, bought by pharmaceutical company Israel, of course. I think you can't let that sect of the Democratic Party be the loudest voice and the loudest guys using this anti-Trump sentiment to call people over to their candidate.
Yeah. We're in the middle of a hostile government takeover. We are in the middle of a hostile government takeover, and the revolution will be televised, because this is, I've seen people saying, and from the Black community, time to get the Panthers back. I'm serious. If you're sending National Guard into, I've been watching different interviews with white folks and all folks alike from DC saying there's literally no reason, just like the people in California, there's literally no reason for the National Guard to be here. There's none. Like there's like the crime is down. Trump's tried to say, I saw an interview with him saying the other day that for the first time in a while, him and his wife, Melania, went out to dinner and they felt the safest they've ever felt in Washington. What are you talking about? I don't live in Washington, but Washington's not like on First 48. Like, what are you talking about? And it's just he builds this. He tries to build this mass hysteria to make the outside world think that that it's Baghdad, like that we are living in the middle of a fucking war-torn nation, and that's not what's going on. It's not. He has made it that way by sending in the National Guard, militarizing the police, and all that type of shit. He's made it that way. It wasn't that way, and I'm only going off of, because I don't live in Washington. I'm going off of what the citizens of Washington are saying. So it's, and then again, sending them into slums, the ghettos. I saw a video of some brothers just sitting on their porch. Police officer came up aggressive as fuck. It was like 6 of them on TikTok. What's that in your hand? New laws. You can't be outside after a certain amount of time. After a certain time of night. Tell your boys too. Tell your boys. Tell your boys too. I'm like, this is, and see, when you because you don't know, obviously under Trump, these people, when you have your leader that is so emboldened or so bold to be a racist and a bigot and say the things that he says on national television, on Truth Social, on Twitter, or whatever the fuck it is he might be using for that time, it makes his followers, the MAGA maggots, emboldened enough to then be like, oh, well, I can show my racism too. Well, I can do this too. Well, if my president feels that way, then get the fuck out of my country. Go, dot, 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 dot. I told you I saw that video here in Oklahoma of the Hispanic couple, the young Hispanic couple that got berated by that white couple. So bad, they bullied them out of the parking lot. Get away from this fucking restaurant. Go back. That's the culture that you are cultivating. So again, when you say that you voted for this, when you are still ignorantly supporting this, if you have black and brown friends, if you got white friends that support this, and you are black or brown, distance yourself, because they don't give a damn about you. You can't tell me you ever cared about our friendship or anything like that. If this is who you are supporting, this is how you think as well. You may not be outright saying it yourself, but your support shows that this is how you think. Distance yourself, my brothers and sisters. Didn't want to go on a soapbox on that today, but we're living in it. We're living in it. We got to deal with this shit every day. You're muted.
We got to make like Virgil Hawkins' dad. We need the Panthers back. There needs to be just awareness systems that are in place, regardless of what the government feels today or tomorrow. There needs to be support. And She Loves Fantasy says, "Okay, yes, sir." the promised super.
Thank you for that.
Yes,
does mean a lot.
Muchly appreciated. 2 of them, and another one. I Am Too Fly says, "This administration is a joke. Totally embarrassing." I think though they got a couple of policies that I might agree with. No, I don't. No, I don't. Nah, they're a joke, and it's eye-opening of who's supportive of it and who's not speaking up about it. Is discussed, and it's crazy. It's all money. When there's money behind these politicians, and they'll do the bidding of whoever's paying them the most. It's simple in every branch. Remember how Andrew Cuomo was getting paid by DoorDash because they wanted to make it, or they don't want to make laws that pay people who deliver a meaningful wage, and so they'll pay their politician. They get the politician they want, and they get to skate free because that's easier to pay a few thousand for one man than it is to pay their entire workforce. The administration is a joke. Yes, this one is. But also remember, that's how politics work with all of these politicians. And what comes next is important to me. What comes next needs to be someone who is not the same way, turning a blind eye, giving you like good speeches, rallying people, all to do nothing with their power.
Yeah.
They ran on abortion. The other election, abortion was a big one. Women's rights. You can run on that in this next election, and you can run on some more meaningful things other than abortion.
Yeah. Like I said, the political talk, I don't mind. I don't mind it because I'm constantly, when I'm not on here, I feel like if you are in your spaces or in your whatever, and maybe sometimes you have to take a break from it because it does get exhausting. But if you're not talking politics in your friend spaces, what the fuck are you talking about? Especially in America. Like, because it's like, I feel like being informed is super important. I feel like everyone, I tell my mom everything, like, you know, because she's not always informed on everything. So I make sure I'm telling her this is going on, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on, because I feel like everybody should be informed, especially again, if you are Black, brown, minority, anything like that. If you don't fit the bill of what they want their perfect America to look like. So yeah, I agree. I mean, if there's something politically to be talked about or rant about, I wouldn't mind it.
They're talking about Love Island and baddies, so we can get into baddies if you want, because it's terrible. Megan Thee Stallion got Klay Thompson eating good.
This is hilarious.
Clay had never had spaghetti and catfish together before, and ever since the first time I made it for him, he asked me for this shit like every week.
You can bring it. Tell me what you think.
There's bite.
Yeah.
So was it spaghetti and fish?
Catfish.
Interesting combination.
It is the best thing I've ever tasted. My favorite meal. With catfish, spaghetti, and Hawaiian rolls. And it just goes down.
Baby, what is giving?
Giving greatness. Oh, chill. Oh, chill.
What's good, babe?
It was amazing.
Did I just hear the fire alarm?
Maybe you might have heard it. It's a Black household. It might have squeaked. Batteries might need to be changed.
My favorite meal. Who would have thought? Catfish, spaghetti, and some red sauce.
What's up, y'all? So Clay had never had spaghetti.
I'm laughing because the comments never disappoint. Comments in this was funny as fuck. Somebody said, that nigga said, that was good. I don't know if he really liked it. Maybe he did. I don't know. But the comments are funny. How long have him and Meg been together now? Month, 2 months?
Yeah.
That they've been public.
Who cares, free Tory?
That's funny. It's funny. You know, I saw there was a video of him at the practicing, and I don't remember how many threes he made, but I don't think he missed any. And again, you go straight to the comments, and everybody's like, "Yeah, that's Meg," because you know Clay's been in a fucking slump. And when I say been in a slump, for a long time, long time. That's why he's now in Dallas. So he's been in that thing for a long time.
Here's baddies. Here's great representation. They're so angry at each other.
Who did that? Who did that? Okay. Okay.
Somebody from the audience do something.
Get back to your seat. We're gonna film more.
Boom. Boom.
That is that is what needs countering. That is why Alex Cross is gonna be on Prime. Check that one out.
Hey, bruh.
Ianu's coming.
Some of those reality shows, I like
this.
Flavor of Love, that was a reality show I grew up on. Funny as fuck. I Love New York.
Sure.
Funny as fuck. I watched Love Island. It's obviously not on the level of baddies, but that reunion, it's in a few days. Can't wait. I know that shit's gonna be funny as fuck. It's reality television.
Highest to lowest is in the movies right now. If you want to see Spike Lee directing Denzel, possibly for the last time. Go on Netflix, boot it up. You can stream shows like My Dad, the Bounty Hunter. Shoot, Supercell's gonna be on its way pretty soon.
There's nothing
Professor
wrong with
Film
reality
says,
television.
What's a good reality show you can? I remember Run's House. That was all right. That was all right. But if you want reality TV shows like this, we need to have the counter.
Yeah,
All representation is not good representation. I wouldn't even count it as representation, but yeah, sure. Yeah, it's not just attendance. You got to actually.
Hey, we are not. We listen. Then hold that better be held on all sides then. Because them white folks be doing the same shit at their reunions. Them white folks be doing the same shit in they shows. The Rock of Love reunions, them hoes used to sometimes go harder than the Flavor of Flav reunions.
You think like, oh well, white folks have trash representation on TV too.
That's not what I'm saying. So don't try to compare. What I'm saying is, if you're going to hold that stick up at black folks, hold that same stick up at everybody else. Don't just beat our people down. Beat them down too. What do you mean you don't understand what I'm saying? If you're going to say, oh, this is trash television, not representation, it's terrible representation. Okay, well, the white folks are doing the same thing. I'm not saying that that's a tit for tat.
I feel like I said that and then you shot it down.
That's like I just said. I'm not saying it's a tit for tat that makes it okay, but I'm saying if you're going to beat our people with a stick, beat everybody with a stick. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I'll put it this way. There's a history and there's an abundance of positive white figures with expensive movie budgets with the counter balance. And I'm speaking to how you got to counter what was it, baddies that we just watched? Needs to be countered with things like Cross. And
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying I get that. I hate chill. I said this yesterday. I think you think sometimes when you don't get the answer you want, somebody misunderstood you. I didn't misunderstand you. I just didn't respond the way you wanted me to respond. I understand what you're saying. I'm simply saying there are other shows out there that are doing the same thing. So why are we constantly beating our own people with the sticks, calling our own people ratchet? I'm not saying that it's not ratchet. I'm not saying it's not ratchet. I'm saying, why are we beating our own people with the stick when you got the Kardashians that have been going on for 20 plus 30 seasons or whatever fucking season they're on, and they can fight each other, and it's like, oh, I love that. Yeah, Kim Kardashian, and that goes viral, and it's like, oh yeah, but when it's some from our community, it's like, stay away from that.
Yeah,
it's important. I don't agree. I agree that you can say it's ratchet, but I don't. If you're going to have that standard, then you need to make sure that you're putting those other people in the same category.
The needs from the media, the needs from the inspiration that the pictures that we see, the effects of them, the needs from a black show compared to a white show, the societal differences between the black population versus the white population, the abundance of white popular characters who actually are there to provide the counterbalance, makes it so that this is not what about the white folks or comparative at all. It's not about, what do you say, keep that same energy, have the same standard. We're at two different starting points. We're at two different the requirements for two different. I don't need you to explain
my race to me, Chill.
Then
I'm running the same race as you. I understand that.
I promise you, I don't care about the Armenian Kardashian reputation, and that's why I don't bring it up. And same thing with some of the white shows, Housewives of.
Yeah, but I understand that you may not care about real white housewives or the Armenians or any of the other shows out there. But when we are beating our own people, when we are constantly, oh, that shit's ratchet. Oh, this
did I say that shit's ratchet, or did I just try to focus more on
this?
Cross?
Is great representation, or this or this or that. It's
cool. What I tried to do today, and then you can rewind and you can see that I shifted it over to highlighting things that I did like.
I understand that, but before you shifted it, you also said, oh, well, this is great representation. Let's look at this.
And we need to counter it with shows like Damascus on Tubi. We need to counter it with Supercell. That's the message here.
Okay, he has that message, and my message is keep that same energy. That's my message. His messages, counter it with Supercell, counter it with all these other Yanus and all that stuff. Cool. Keep that same energy. So the next time the Kardashians go viral for beating each other up on E, keep that energy. The next time these white bitches in Orange County go viral for beating each other up on E, keep that same energy. The next time these Armenians or whatever the fuck they are, they're living in Beverly Hills, beat the fuck out of each other on E, keep that same energy.
There's no need to counter. Not all black people are the same. And we are not a monolith. I disagree so strongly with what everyone's saying, but all right. This took a turn.
Not really. I think it took a turn. I don't agree with something that he stands on. This is what it is. I just don't think that we should be. I think we as a race get bashed enough. Why the fuck are we pointing the gun at our own people?
I can point a gun at someone else. So what station does Baddies air on?
I don't watch Baddies.
Whoever's orchestrating that, whoever's in charge, whoever's financing the continual negative portrait. Have you seen how Sexy Red is like a CIA informant? You seen that recently?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I won't use that example.
Was
but there's
it real?
someone in charge. Someone is intentionally making these portrayals, the popular ones, intentionally putting these out and limiting the what was great from yesteryear, Cosby shows, Different World, and decreasing that visibility of those depictions to influence, to make an effect, to encourage the actions that we see on our screens there. And that's unavoidable. That's undeniable.
It's real. Like we used to have shows like the Cosbys. We had the Fresh Prince. We had Different World.
And did college enrollment? Sorry,
I could also give you white shows we had that we don't have anymore. We don't have sitcoms like that anymore.
Cool.
So that's why you don't have shows like that any longer.
The concern for white community and images that they see to influence their actions isn't there from me. I keep things. I can't believe. I'm done. I'm good. That's cool. You guys have made your opinions known in the chat. So the same with Darius. All right, man. Cross coming to Amazon Prime.
I think you just see it a different way most times than most. There's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, I mean, be different. Have your opinion is your opinion. You can't be wrong on your, for having your opinion. But I think you just see it differently than most.
You sent me a message about villains what we're supposed to see in Tom Holland's new Spider-Man.
Yes.
And that's these guys here. Wilson Fisk, Venom, Tombstone, Hammerhead, and the Prowler.
My Time to Shine Hello shared this and said, but are they?
Nah. Very unlikely.
I don't think so. Sony would have to play ball. I mean, it's a Sony film. They could put whoever they want in their movie, but I mean, well, I say I don't think so, but then I say I do. I mean, it's like I said the other day when the person said, "Oh well," or person asked Alex, "Is Spider-Man going to fight Kingpin?" He's like, "Oh yeah, in the MCU eventually." Well, yeah. So I mean, I'd assume so. Wilson Fisk in the MCU did not say Spider-Man, but he said something about bugs, mass vigilantes, or something like that. So he's aware of Spider-Man. Vincent D'Onofrio has commented on wanting to fight Spider-Man and, him being in a gray area or whatever. But I do think if this is, still Sony's properties and they do own the Spider-Man, not just Spider-Man, but his Rogues Gallery as well, then if they want to put one of these villains in his film, they can. I mean, because I went back and forth with people on Twitter about it before, about the Sony and the deal and how that stuff works and blah, blah, blah. But if it's not a movie they don't want to do with Marvel, if Marvel pitches them an idea and they're like, oh, we have, we want to use, Marvel can be like, oh, we want to use, I don't know, who's a villain? I don't know. We want to use somebody crazy, some big villain. Let's say that we want to use Mephisto in like the next Marvel Spider-Man film. And they're like, cool, but we want to use Kingpin. So it's going to be Kingpin. Then you'll have that whole back and forth. Like we heard, like Marvel wants a grounded film. Sony wants a multiversal film. And what we were hearing on during that time is that Sony was going to end up getting what they wanted because it's their character. So I do believe that. I mean, if they want any of those characters, they can make that happen.
I kind of like the mystery. Sorry, did I just cancel that? I kind of like the mystery of who is going to be the one that's going to be the villain, and we'll find out in the trailer for the first time together. I like the secrecy there because we don't get that much. Probably a Venom symbiote, maybe, because that's the easiest one to kind of hide. It's just a little CGI thing, so you'll never see it on set. That's what's making this Spider-Man run interesting. Mysteries and questions that we're asking. Every now and again, we'll see them on the street. We'll see pictures. We'll see hints and clues. They're posting on their Instagrams. Yeah, man, this is it. This is a good, fun rollout strategy coming out of Spider-Man Brand New Day. We're still a year away, though. 10 months away.
Yeah, it's still a while. But hopefully... give me just a second. Capone's crying.
Let me get to the this or that then. Live chat, you guys know what it is. I'm going to post something and you give me your this or that. Who you choosing?
The choice is yours. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that.
Freeman of the Boondocks, joined by Riley Freeman. One of them is voiced by Regina King. The other is voiced by Regina King because she does both. We got Huey, the activist, okay? The revolutionary Huey Freeman versus Riley Freeman, who is, what is he? What's the best word to put Riley Freeman? He's an influential, okay, hoodlum. He is a degenerate. Riley Freeman is everything that BET created. That's Riley Freeman is the BET generation. Gangstalicious. You can't wear that. We got who's got the best talks with Pops? Probably Huey Freeman. Who's got the funniest talks with Grandpa? It's probably Riley. Who's got the best interactions with? I think the most like celebrity episodes with like Thugnificent, Riley Freeman has the best interactions whenever it's a celebrity. So maybe I like that character a little bit more. Maybe best character design though, Huey Freeman with the hair. I thought it through. I thought it out. I should say I thought it out. I voiced it out vocally. Now, Right Sound says no comment. It didn't really watch it. Funky Fur, Riley is America's nightmare. And you don't think Huey Freeman is America's nightmare? Who we got next? Someone participate in the live chat. The choices are between...
The choice is yours. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you
Riley
can get with
Freeman
that.
from the Boondocks. Which of these two characters do you got? I think comedy-wise, you got to go to Riley. I think when they began with the R. Kelly episode, Riley Freeman was the man. I see piss and I go. She saw piss and she stayed. Dwayne said, okay. This or that. It's pretty quiet in the chat. Pretty quiet. Am I not seeing them? Maybe I need to refresh my feed. Here we go. Raymond came in with the Riley vote. Riley's are winning it because you also said Riley, didn't you? Eugene Johnson came in with the Riley vote. It is a majority Riley vote. Laughs are way more important than this philosophical, I'm at the top of the hill with the wind blowing. When's Darius returning? I don't have any more topics to talk about here today. That would be the last one that we have, which is why we went straight to the this or that's. So I think I'm going to end the stream, but I want to give him another minute or so. Sometimes these dogs can cross streets and not be where we want them to be. And so I'll give him a little bit longer, but if he doesn't return, I'll just assume the worst. And I'll jump over to the Box Office Mojos just to check that out. That's always something that I would like to do here so that we can look at the numbers and we can compare movies. Freakier Friday Fantastic Four First Steps is at 470. That thing will probably reach $500 million. The international and domestic splits are bad. The rest of the world, how did China do? China opened to an opening weekend of $4 million, and they're basically dead in the water. Yeah, China didn't really show up for the Fantastic Four. And for Superman, unfortunately, they didn't have that. Superman didn't have any Chinese representation or showing out. But domestic, if you look at their domestic, 341 million. If you look at Man of Steel had 291. It's interesting to me to see that the international market showed up for Man of Steel, but they did not come and show up for the new current Superman movie. And so I have to call it a L. I have to be fair and say that this didn't perform the way we wanted it to perform. Darius, this or that? Huey Freeman, Riley Freeman.
Oh, Riley.
Why is it so easy?
I love Huey, I do, but Riley is just so real all the time. I like Riley. Riley's funnier. I just like Riley, but I like Huey too a lot. Huey's just more of that wisdom.
Huey gives you wisdom.
Yeah, radical. Riley was my fave, and Granddad. My favorites are Riley and Ruckus.
Oh, Ruckus is the best on that show.
Ruckus is fucking up. No, he really is. He's the best on that show.
The tuba starts playing. Oh
man.
What do we have here?
When he called him to cut his lawn because he hadn't cut it, he said, "No, these white folks ain't paying me as much as you pay me, but I'd rather cut the white." He said, "You and them two porch swingers, vine swingers, or whatever he called it." That shit is so funny. It's one of the best cartoons I wish would come back, but with Aaron.
The Trump episodes would be interesting. Well, they did an Obama episode though. So in the world, how could you have one guy also be the president after that? But it doesn't matter because it's a cartoon. Who cares?
Yeah, I would love to see their take on some of the stuff that has happened since Boondocks has been off the air and currently happening. Like, yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see them tackle that.
What would Uncle Ruckus say about George Floyd?
Some shit that would piss Steven Jackson off.
Yeah.
Some shit that would piss Steven Jackson off, probably. More than likely. Is that necessary? Scared the shit out of me.
Anything else to touch on today? So I can get off this uncomfortable chair of mine.
I don't think so. Let me see. Don't believe so. Looks like everything has been covered.
Yeah, biggest news of the day was the brouhaha, the fight, the dust up, the problems that took place at Marvel. That was it. And did you remember when they when Culture Crave did that and then there was like a community note around it?
Yes.
And then Culture Crave deleted their tweet?
Oh, I didn't know they deleted it.
Yeah. It was like Culture Crave is irresponsible and they get things wrong all the time. Shit. Someone at Marvel.
When those community notes are made, who makes that? Like the community?
Yeah, anyone can make them as long as you're verified.
Oh, you've just got to be verified. I see. I thought this was like, I don't know why I think Twitter has like a headquarters and they're like, oh, nope, that's not true. Like somebody's like.
There is sometimes.
Okay. Well, no, there is nothing else. Daniel RPK said he's going to give Spider-Man news, casting news, I guess later today to his paid wall, but that'll be out later after he says it, so for free. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Nothing more. So yeah, as always, we do appreciate you guys being here, hanging out with us on the morning report today. Tomorrow is Thursday, right? Yeah, tomorrow is Thursday. So we are live with Marcus from the back of the bus for our Pantheon stream Thursday evening. We are still live here Thursday morning for a morning report. We will hang out with you guys. I think tomorrow's like what? Is tomorrow one of the tier list deals, or what do we say on Thursdays? Is it tier list or something? I think it's some type of game, something like that. So we'll do something like that tomorrow. So come on back tomorrow. If you're new here and you liked what you saw, please go ahead and hit the subscription button. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend and come hang out with us. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Hope all you guys have a blessed day and be safe. Peace out.
Bye.